Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and this is part 1, dry. These are the colors I want to put on part 1, dry. And I'm going to focus again just in case. So I've got a couple of skewers and a piece of chain, and I want to tell you what, I've got the lid to a chicken salad or something container, which is going to be similar to this little dish that I got from Michael's in the party section, which I'm not going to use. And what I was going to do originally was put colors into, individual colors in and dip in, and I just thought that's going to take too long, so we're not going to do that. Here are my skewers. I will be dipping. I am going to give myself permission to put out all of the colors that I've got and hope that dipping the chain in will work. And if it won't, then I'll still have my paint in my dish if I want to dip in. I haven't shaken these because I didn't want to risk the idea of having what was inside the cone dry and congeal. I've never tried to do exactly this before, and I'm not sure how it's going to work. And I wish there was an easier way, and there probably is. Probably taking one of those basting brushes that's heavy duty, like that, will work. Let's try that too, on the small end, at least. So I'm going to put some Anita's white pearl in, because I don't really want the whitest white. And I'm going to take my time putting these colors down, just because I know if I don't, they won't be, the variety won't be as much as I want it to be. And I think the basting brush is going to work even better than the skewers, but the skewers will come in handy for something too. This is a Folk-Art Purple Flash. And I can always scrape these out with my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and put them on something else if I want to. I just made this color. I sent away to Hobby Lobby to get some Anita's white metallic, which I was almost out of, and I use for almost everything because it's very sheer and it will add a metallic sheen to most things. This is a golden product. This is magenta. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce the word. Quinacridone magenta. And it's got a little iridescent pearl in it. Iridescent pearl fine. So you can see I'm getting a good variety of colors. That is the Venetian blue, and that is an iridescent blue from Modern Masters. This is a purple enamel. I'm not sure why I'm adding this in here, except for the fact that it's a different color than the colors I have by some. This is an iridescent pink that they don't make anymore from Modern Masters, but I love it. So we're just layering them all in one at a time. And I'm leaving the bright yellows and the bright pink for last, because I want them to float on top of this. I could probably still use a little white, a little more white. I don't want to bury anything, and it's got to be a thin layer. That will dry a little bit darker, but I like how bright it is. And I could definitely, I think I'm only going to do half of that, and I'll try the other color that's really similar to it. It's a little brighter. Still makes me want to put some orange in there, just to match the background. So I'm going to do that. I might even do the iridescent, the color shifting orange from Folk-Art that I'm only recently begun to rediscover. After leaving it sit for a couple of years. I just didn't like the way it looked in the bottle. What are you going to do? Alright, so this is going to go over there. This is going to come over here. And I am going to, wow, that's really, really warped. Oh, it's because it's on a chain, you silly woman. And I've got a chain stuck down to my mat. Okay. Chains you should always put into alcohol, rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to tap that off. This is going to work. I was going to tap it off. I want them to look a lot more like flower fields, which is what they're supposed to be. And also that's going to be a slight camouflage. I'm going to flip my basting brush around, and it is not stripped. I'm going to flip it around a few different ways and twist it just so it doesn't maintain the... I don't want it to look the same. This could take a few minutes. But it is giving me the effect I wanted. And I am using a very light touch. And I want it over there because that got kind of dark. And the same over here. I could put more white and put it up one side, which would make it look like it was highlighted, but I'm not sure where the sun is coming from in this. And I'm thinking I might put a sun in. When I was done with part 1, I went back and put little humps at the top so it looked like it was raised. It's pretty primitive, I admit. It wasn't perfect. It's still not perfect, but you have more time than I do. You're not outside in 90 degrees like it is right now. So you could probably take your time and get your shapes a lot better off. I know they're not perfect, but there's room for folk art. There's room for primitive. I probably could have put some more red in there, but I really felt like it was going to be lost. I think that orange is just going to catch the light. And I like this. I'm really thinking that I want to put a sun in the sky. It's kind of hokey every time, but I'm going to go all the way to this edge, this far edge. Break up that line. That kind of look with the dark blues over there, it kind of makes it look like it's more in shadow, which is okay with me. I'm so glad I figured out to use the basting brush, because we could have been here an eternity, and I like to figure out fast ways to do things so before paint will dry, which is a really good thing when it's 90 degrees out. And paint still dries pretty quick inside, even if you're inside with air conditioning. It's still... I gotta slow down, slow my roll, tap straight down. Don't drag, because I don't want marks. I like that. I really am pleased with myself. Yes, I didn't break up my line. And my canvas is a little tiny bit warped. All kinds of uses for basting brushes, stripped or not stripped. You will often get mud, but I think preparation is the whole key to having this work out. Taking the time to make those dots. All different colored dots. Alright, so now I'm going to cover that with something else. Maybe I'll cover it with the original container it came in. Because I didn't go to the outside edge this time, smarter than I was last time. And I don't want... Am I going to do this? Is it going to be low on the horizon? I don't know. Oh, what color do I want? I didn't think about this long enough. I can't have pink. I can have this though. Let's just use one of those skewers I had ready. I kind of want to mess with the sky too. I had to show it to you guys. I could mess with the sky. I could put some spirally, chainy clouds up in there. I want to use a little bit of yellow, which is not something I usually use. And it's plugged, of course. It'd be nice if that plug would come right out of there right now for me. Right now? No, not a chance. What can I say? I like the sun in the sky. I like blue skies, but they're not the same. And for this, I'm going to shake it up, and I'm going to put a little bit of it on my skewer. I'm using the dull end of the skewer just to mix that paint right in there. And then I'm thinking that I like my iridescent purple flash. And as much as I love my skewers, I mean, as much as I love my skewers and other things like spatulas, you just touch the bottom of your finger and drag gently. And it's kind of surreal, but that's okay. You're not trying for a hard line. Looking for some weird drama. I don't mind a little canvas texture. That would probably dry very shortly, and then I could put some orange in the sky if I want to. And any little... Yeah, drag your phone. I don't really want to drag my finger through there. So I've got a bird up there, a little black dot. I had an explosion of a gallon of paint. The lid came off while I was trying to pour into something the other day. Little tiny black specks are showing up everywhere. So the question for me is, do I want to try the red opal? And I kind of do. Because it's neat. And it's kind of orangey, too. Those purple clouds are a little too uniform for me, so I'm going to grab a little bit of pink and change them up. Sorry, I'm focused, so I'm not making any noise, and I'm noticing that I'm leaving you guys hanging. Sorry about that. So, if the clouds look too uniform and you happen to stick your finger in them and you leave some fingerprints, I don't think it's the end of the world, because it just makes them look textured, like they have some kind of dimensionality to them. The sky will distract from the folkiness of the flowers too. Alright, so that's it for now. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, saying thank you guys for sharing my videos. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. Thank you for all the donations that have kept me painting all this time. I really appreciate that. If you are looking for my email address, it's below the link tree where all the other links are, just under the video. I love you guys. There's almost 87,000 subscribers now on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Batzell, and Phoenix Rising Priscilla Batzell Art is still there. If you want to go there, the link is under the link tree, and there are no commercials there right now. I kind of want to fix that's bugging me. I'm not sure I can. But I think I'm going to try. And if it needs flowers, I can always do that. I know how. So that's a little better for me. And that is a red metallic. It's probably an Anita's metallic, which I did not see in the store the last time I was there. Yeah, that one particular space was really kind of bumming me out. There, I'm much happier with the way that looks. I'm going to give myself permission, whoops, permission to add anything else I need anywhere else, just by applying it right to my skewer. Maybe a little bit more here. And a little bit more there. Alright, I could probably add a few more drops of yellow like the sun in there and make it look like it was. Let's see if that works. Kind of like that. Just put a little bit of paint right down on an edge catcher right beside me. That'll imitate the lay of the land, like where the sun is catching. And if the flower beds are moving up and down. That sounded funny. Alright. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard saying thank you for visiting. I hope you visit again. Look on the community board or on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group on Facebook for tomorrow's videos. I think I'm going to be changing everything so that it's going to be around midnight. I could have sworn I had my crib sheet before I started here, but it seems to have completely disappeared since then. There it is. Cool. Just buried under tools, that's all. So I have over 1,360 videos, and if you visit all playlists, you'll find creative playlists, and they'll be organized by the 100 and by the genre. Under the link tree, you can find my website, and you can find my Google business page. You can also find Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Pinterest boards have all kinds of merch on them. They all lead back to fineartamericanpixels.com, including Facebook group Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Totes, and more. If you're looking for the wet and dry edited artworks, cross your fingers so far, go to Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Fans and Collectors. I do give lessons, and I do sell my artwork, and my email address is right below the link tree, as I might have mentioned. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I can't ever stop telling you how much I appreciate your support, and really, really, really love you. I know, it's redundant. Anyway, I'll see you anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out. I'll zoom in. I just like it better. What can I say?